It's 3 a.m. The world is silent. You have to wake up in 4 hours. And your brain has decided that this is the perfect moment to remember that thing you said in 2014. You know the one. Maybe you called your teacher mom. Maybe you waved at someone who was waving at someone else. Maybe you said you too when the waiter said, "Enjoy your meal." Your face gets hot. Your whole body does that little full system shudder over something that happened years ago to an audience of exactly 0 people. Welcome to the 3 AM Cringe Attack. I'm Glitch. This is Human Glitch, the channel about all the weird ways your brain betrays you. And tonight, we're finding out why it does this one. First, the good news. This has a name. Psychologists call these involuntary autobiographical memories. Your brain pulls up an old file without you asking and presses play. Everyone gets them. Yes, everyone. The bad news, your brain doesn't pick these files randomly. It has a favorite genre. Not your graduation, not your best birthday. No. It almost always picks the social horror collection. And here's the strange part. That memory of tripping in the cafeteria feels more vivid than your entire last vacation. 10 seconds of embarrassment, stored in glorious 4K, 2 weeks in paradise, a blurry slideshow. So why 3 a.m.? Why not, say, a reasonable hour? During the day, your brain has a bouncer. The prefrontal cortex, the rational, adult part of your brain, stands at the door and keeps intrusive thoughts out. But the bouncer works a day shift. By 3 a.m., he's exhausted. He's asleep at his post. And every intrusive thought that got rejected during the day walks right past him, straight into the VIP section of your attention. There's a second problem. In the quiet dark, with nothing to do, your brain switches into something called the default mode network. It's your idle mode. And your idle mode has one hobby: replaying your life and judging it. No meetings, no phone, no dishes to wash, 0 distractions. At 3 a.m., your embarrassing memories finally have what they never get during the day: your complete, undivided attention. Okay, but why does embarrassment specifically hurt so much? Here's the wild part. Brain imaging studies suggest that social pain, rejection, humiliation, exclusion, activates some of the same brain regions as physical pain. Embarrassment belongs to a special club, the self-conscious emotions. Fear needs a threat. Anger needs an obstacle. But shame needs something extra. An imaginary audience in your head, watching you and taking notes. And here's what makes the imaginary audience extra cruel. It's lying to you. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect. We massively overestimate how much other people notice and remember our mistakes. In your head, it's breaking news. In theirs, it never even aired. In a famous experiment, students had to walk into a room wearing a deeply embarrassing t-shirt. They guessed half the room would remember it. The real number? Closer to 1 in 4. Half the witnesses to your worst moment weren't even watching. Think about it from the other side. Can you actually remember someone else's embarrassing moment from 2014? Exactly. Everyone is too busy starring in their own cringe documentary to watch yours. So why did evolution build this horror machine into your head? Because for most of human history, your social reputation wasn't a vibe. It was a survival system. Get rejected by the tribe. And you didn't get a fresh start. You got winter alone. So your brain evolved an alarm. Every time you break a social rule, even a tiny one, the alarm fires and logs it. Its job is simple. Remember this. Never do it again. The tribe is watching. The problem? That alarm was calibrated for a tribe of 50 people who could exile you. It was not calibrated for calling your teacher mom in 2014. But the alarm can't tell the difference. To the alarm, it's all exile-level danger. Fine. But why replay it 200 times? Here's your brain's logic. An emotionally charged memory gets flagged as important. And important memories get rehearsed so they stay strong. Your brain thinks it's studying for a test. There's also a nasty loop hiding in here. The memory feels unresolved. There's no closure, no fix, nothing left to apologize for. And your brain hates open loops. So it keeps reopening the file, hoping that this time it'll find the ending. But there is no ending. You can't go back and unsay "you too" to that waiter. So the file never closes. The alarm never resolves. And the rehearsal continues. Every night. Same episode. Zero new information. And it gets sneakier. Every time you replay a memory, you don't just view it, you resave it. Slightly edited, usually worse. That waiter probably forgot you in 4 seconds, but in tonight's version, he told the whole kitchen. Your memory is writing fan fiction about your shame. Oh, and the cherry on top. The cringe keeps you awake. The lack of sleep exhausts tomorrow's bouncer. And a tired bouncer lets in even more cringe tomorrow night. Congratulations. Your brain invented a subscription service to your own suffering. Now, your instinct is to fight it. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Bad news. Psychologists have tested this. Try not to think about a white bear. And congratulations, your brain is now a white bear exhibition. Suppression backfires. Pushing a thought down tells your brain the thought is dangerous, which makes the alarm flag it as even more important. You're not deleting the file, you're promoting it. So what actually works? Trick 1. Change the camera. Instead of reliving the memory through your own eyes, replay it like you're watching a stranger. Researchers call it self-distancing, and it reliably turns the emotional volume down. Trick 2. Give it a name. The moment you say, this is just my 3 AM cringe attack, you've moved the thought from the alarm room to the analysis room. Labeling an emotion literally recruits the rational brain back on duty. Trick 3. And this one sounds fake, but it works. Talk to yourself like a friend. If your best friend confessed the waiter story, you'd laugh and say, "That's nothing." Studies on self-compassion show your brain accepts that same kindness, even from you. And trick 4. For the chronic 3 AM cases, schedule your worrying. Sounds absurd, but giving your brain a daily 15-minute official cringe appointment teaches the night shift that the file will be reviewed. Just not now. Here's the reframe to fall asleep to. That cringe attack isn't your brain being broken. It's your brain caring, clumsily, obsessively, at the worst possible hour, about your place among other humans. It's an overprotective friend with terrible timing. Everyone you admire has a 3 AM archive. The confident ones didn't delete theirs. They just stopped attending every screening. And now you know how to walk out of the cinema too. I'm Glitch. If your brain also picked tonight to remind you of something from a decade ago, subscribe. Next episode, why you rehearse arguments in the shower against people who aren't there. Good night. Sleep. Eventually.